Hello, everyone. My mom and I were watching like some cooking videos, and we were like, why don't I make my own series, my own cooking videos? So here I am. This is the start of it all. I'm going to be doing a cooking series, whether it's cooking recipes and books that I've never made before. Usually, all these recipes are something that I've never made before. Like, for example, today we're going to be trying new things. Maybe, for example, rhubarb. I'm using rhubarb today. I've never tried rhubarb before. It's always looked interesting to me, and so my mom surprised it. That almost just spilled everywhere. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, we're gonna be trying French food, Italian food, whatever I'm feeling. Dessert inspired by summer, or maybe fall, or different types of lunches or dinners. Guys, this is just gonna be anything. And it may be beginner friendly, it may not be. Personally, I'm kind of a beginner. I've always cooked in the kitchen with my mom for fun, and I've always enjoyed cooking because it's very therapeutic. But I am kind of a beginner because, like I said, most of these recipes, I will tell you whether I am going to do it as a beginner or not. But most of these recipes I've never made before. So this will show you if you could do it or not. But anyways, if you're not gonna do it, then you could just sit there and enjoy. So I'm first gonna go over what I'm making today. Today we are going to be making strawberry rhubarb fool, and I've never heard of this, but I needed to find a rhubarb recipe, so I was like, okay, we'll make this. And it's a dessert, so basically it's kind of like a strawberry rhubarb, what's compote, and then you put it in cute little cups with whipped cream, and it's just a cute little light dessert for like spring or summertime, and it's cute and aesthetic. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna make this. First, starting with the ingredients, we have 1 pound of rhubarb all chopped up. You can see we prepared a lot of the ingredients because there is a good amount of chopping, but if you start that and get it out of the way, you're all good. And then we have 1.5 pounds of strawberries. This, I'm pretty sure, this is not the full pound and a half. This is actually half of the pound and a half. Just take half of that and you're gonna use this for your compote, and then you're gonna cut up the rest, and that's gonna be used as layering for the final product of our dessert. For example, here are the strawberries that we're gonna be layering with, all freshly washed and cut. And then for the sweetener, we have honey. We're going to be using a 1/4 cup of this. And we also have some water here, a 1/4 cup of that too for the compote. I got the vanilla out, but you're not going to be needing these. Whoa, I can't speak. I got the vanilla out, but you're not going to be needing this yet. That's for the whipped cream. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so we have the saucepan. We are going to combine our rhubarb, our honey, our water, and half of our chopped strawberries in this pan, and we are going to let it simmer. Real love. I hate that song. Maybe I should not say I hated that song. Okay, anyways. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. That's the best we can do. I know I haven't tried this dessert yet, but it already looks really pretty. And I kind of like how they used a natural sweetener instead of sugar, because usually I would feel like they would use sugar for a compote, but they're using honey, right? They would use sugar? Yeah? Okay. Yes. Okay, all the ingredients are in here, so now let's simmer. It is now just starting to simmer, so we are going to turn it down to a medium-low heat, and we're going to let it do its thing for about 15 to 20 minutes while stirring occasionally. All the juices are starting to come out of it, which is obviously really helping with helping the fruit break down and everything. I don't know, is rhubarb a fruit? We'll call it a stalk. because technically it looks like one. But yes, it's working slowly, the process. You gotta be very patient during this process. It's a vegetable, like celery. It was very similar to celery. It is almost ready now, and then we're gonna let it cool and then put it in the fridge for at least 2 hours. So we may put it in the freezer because I want to eat it now. So hopefully it doesn't freeze, but I think it'll be fine. So we are ready now. It should not be completely broken down. It should have some slight tiny chunks, not chunks, but kind of pulpy, I guess is a word for it. But now we're gonna let it cool down in the metal bowl that I used for my chopped rhubarb. It's jumping. I should have worn mitts, I guess. That's pulpy. That's nice. I don't like pulpy things, but hopefully it's good. I know my mom will like it. I got burned. Wait, taste test. What?
Whatever you're doing.
Oh. Okay. I put the pan in the sink. Oh, I forgot that was hot. Okay. And we're gonna let this cool down. Set it aside. Then we can transfer to the freezer. Nope, the fridge. If you're doing it correctly for 2 hours. Okay, so while the compote is set aside and it's cooling, I am going to get ready and make the whipped cream. Okay, I'm gonna remove this for now. First thing going in is 2 cups of heavy cream that almost spill all over the floor. I want to taste it. Can I taste it? I thought that would have had more of a flavor. Next, we have half a teaspoon of vanilla. I want all of it. I love vanilla. Sometimes I go really overboard with vanilla, and sometimes the dessert ends up like tasting tangy. I love vanilla. Okay, so now we are going to go in with a teaspoon of maple syrup. Before, on the recipe, it called for powdered sugar, which you add in depending on your taste. But we didn't want to add any like artificial sweeteners, and we wanted to add like real sweeteners, so we just got pure 100% maple syrup into here. Or you could also add honey like we did in the compote. Now we're gonna whip this into peaks. I don't know how stiff they're supposed to be, but we're gonna do it. I just checked the recipe and they're supposed to be soft peaks, so we have this locked and we're gonna get started. Oh, that sounds wrong. No, it's not. It's locked. Okay. Should I keep it at 2? Up? Up? But it's gonna splatter. Okay, so I'm not too sure on the sweetness because I haven't tasted it yet. So I'm gonna taste it and see if I like it, and if not, I could add more. So just tasting it before it gets too whipped. Yeah, we're gonna add about 1 teaspoon, right? Yeah, 1 teaspoon of maple syrup more. We're going to about like a medium heat or medium speed. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so the compote is ready. Our whipped cream is at light or soft peaks. Yes, soft peaks. And now it is time to prepare them. We have these cute little vintage cups here. So this will be good for layering. I'm just gonna get a little bit of whipped cream as the first layer. Might want to do 3 layers of each, so I think that's enough for the cream. going in with a little bit of a strawberry rhubarb compote. Oh, it's falling. Just a tad more. And we're just going to continue the layering. I might just add a tad bit more. This is definitely kind of messy, but that's okay. I'm going to add some strawberries on the top for a bit of decoration, and if you want to, you can add it all throughout. Technically, that is what you're supposed to do, but I'm going to do this one just a bit different. You can garnish with mint if you like, but I'm going to finish this one up. This one I think is very pretty. You can see all the layers and I like the top of it. This is the second one I've done, so now all we have to do is just try it. Okay, so I think I would rate this summer dessert or spring dessert a 7.5. The reason for this is because I do like the pulp. Though sometimes I have a problem with texture, so if you are like that too, kind of picky, I still think this is a really good dessert, and I was surprised because I do actually like the pulp. But at times, I do find a chunk of rhubarb, and I'm like, ooh, I should have mashed it up a bit while it was simmering. Um, but other than that, I think it's very light and creamy for summery, which is exactly what you should be looking for a spring summer dessert. It's tart, but it's sweet for people who like that combination. Sometimes I can really feel it in my cheeks, like the tartness, and sometimes it's like, whoa. So that's also why I knocked off some points because I do like sweet and tart combination, but I'm more of a sweet and salty combination person. But other than that, I really do like this dessert, and I do think I would be making it again. To rate this out of 10 for how easy it is to make, I'd probably say like a 3 out of 10. You need some patience in there when you're letting it cool off in the fridge or like the freezer, like we did. The hardest part, I think, was just simmering it. Some people have trouble with the stove. Maybe they burn things easily. But in all, this was very easy, very simple. Not a whole bunch of dishes. Came together pretty fast. Obviously, the cooling time may differ for some people. I am still eating it, so that tells you that I still like it very much. But you guys should give it a try if you want a lightweight dessert, which comes together, like I said, pretty fast. But yeah, that's it for the day. That's it. That's all I'm making. But I'll see you guys next time for the next dessert or snack or lunch recipe or dinner recipe that I'm going to be making. Bye.